What's going on YouTube, it's Sankey and we are back with another one. Alright guys, so in this drop I'm coming at you with a couple of updates and some strategy for our plays, as well as key moves in our portfolios this week that you guys need to know so we can continue winning in these markets moving forward. But before I get the show on the road, if you'd like to help out the channel by hitting that like button, and if you're new, join the movement by hitting that subscribe. Now before we kick things off, I want to touch on the markets this week because it was nothing less than a roller coaster. You guys know we started off the week and it was basically a war out there until we reached some stability, a bit of recovery midweek in the markets, a bit of rotation of funds back into our growth plays. Like I tell you guys, as I say, there is no boring day in these markets. And I want to let you guys know there's a lot of opportunities. The market is primed for investment right now. So I'm going to take you guys through a couple of moves that I've made this week so you guys can start next week in the markets at the top of your game. So as always guys, I've got a jam-packed one for you, so do make sure you stick this one all the way through with me. Alright guys, you know what time it is. Let's get ready for the first one. The first one I've got for you, that's Marathon Digital Holdings, ticker symbol MARA. Now I'll let you guys know, this is a play I'm no longer in temporarily because my stop loss was triggered on this one on the way down. You guys know the way I like to play this one and the way I like you to play it is in the short term. So you catch them low, sell them high. There's no need to hold this one when they're going through downwards volatility because it's easy to time this one. So hopefully you guys, your stop limits were triggered or you took early profits in the 50s like I told you guys. But I'll let you know this one will be back with a vengeance and I will be re-entering into this play. Now I know you guys are wondering what the entry price on this one is. You guys know this is a volatile play, but the key here is it's linked to the price of Bitcoin. So good entry can be made on this one when we see momentum in the price of Bitcoin. So over the next couple of days, I've got my eye on this one and Bitcoin like a hawk to ensure that we can make good entry. When I do, I'll let you guys know. This is a play that we can do damage in going forward when we see some momentum in the price of Bitcoin. Easy make 50%, 75% returns on this one with good entry. So as I say, I'll be giving you guys the heads up. The next one I've got for you, that's Clean Energy Fuels, ticker symbol CLNE. Another play where my stop limit was triggered this week. Now, we know earlier in the week they had some good momentum off the back of that Amazon partnership. They then deviated from course and we saw this one break through support. Bit of an overreaction from the market, but it can happen from time to time. As I've been saying to you guys over the last couple of weeks, have your stop limit on this one set at support. Now I've also got my limit buy on this one set at that same support. So if there's some momentum in that stock price, I'll be back into this play. Now this is the kind of game I'm trying to put you guys on. By doing this strategy, you guys will never hold a bag on any play moving forward. So as I say, when there's momentum in this one, I'll be back in the game. Now I still have my price target on this one set at $20 because I expect them to do good things over the next couple of weeks and months moving forward to the end of the year. The next play I've got for you, that's Drive Shack, ticker symbol DS. Very much the same story with this play. Limit buy on this one, however, set at $3.10. Cash me out temporarily this week. Now, the true colors of this play will materialize as we go through economic reopening, as their outlets start to open, as they expand and grow their business. As I say, this is a strong business fundamentally, did very well in their earnings despite the global situation. So I expect them to do very well in a reopened economy when they've got all the benefits laid out for them. So it's another play that's going to bring to your attention. When there's momentum into this one, I'll be automatically back into the game on this play. Now, a weekly wrap up wouldn't be complete without touching on this one. We've got Skillz, ticker symbol SKLZ. I'm going to bring this one to attention because this one's been nothing less than a roller coaster, not just this week, but for the previous weeks that we've had in the markets. But I want to let you guys know, when you're sitting on quality in your portfolios, you have absolutely nothing to worry about. So despite the market volatility, despite the short seller attacks, everything you hear about the play that's negative, when the play is strong, fundamentally, I've done my diligence on them. I've put them on your radar. Justice will be served in the market, as I say to you guys. So over the last couple of trading sessions, you guys can see this materializing before your very eyes. You can see the momentum that we're starting to see in this play. That's what I've been saying over the last couple of weeks. You guys want to grab your position in Skillz. This is a strong business. Market overreaction is a thing that you guys will see time and time again in these markets. So as I say, as long as you're sitting on quality in your portfolio, you guys have nothing to worry about. So it's good that you guys are starting to get confidence in this one by its move upwards. But I want you guys to take that confidence that you're seeing from this play into your other plays in your portfolio that might not be moving upwards or might be consolidating right now, like a Grow Generation, for example, like a Palantir. those plays will come true. It's just a matter of time. As I say, each play runs their own race, and right now Skillz is running a very fast race. But as we go through the next couple of trading sessions, these plays will start to make their climb. As I say to you, each and every week, one of our plays will start to break through. And that's happened over the last couple of weeks, and it's going to continue to happen as we continue to move through economic reopening and we continue to see that rotation of funds back into our growth plays. So I just wanted to highlight on this play. Now, in terms of strategy on this one, I know some of you guys, you're lost for what to do right now, but I say continue to dollar cost averaging into this one as long as they remain in the teens. That is, as long as it doesn't take up more than 5% of your portfolios. You guys know a fully built out position is 5% of your portfolio. You don't want to go above that because we don't want to be too reliant on any one play in the portfolio. Alright, so those are the plays I wanted to talk about, give you guys a little bit of insight and strategy on how we move with them moving forward. But also I could have touched on the recovery plays as well. There's still a lot of opportunity there. They didn't pop off this week. It might be next week, it might be the week after. But with the recovery plays, what you guys got to know is a lot of them are consolidating right now. Plays like EasyJet, plays like Cineworld, those opportunities for you guys to grab your position in before they move up to the next stage when the investors start to switch focus to the recovery plays as we move into economic reopening. So I just want to ensure that we're covering off all bases as we wrap up this week. So I'm going to talk to you guys about market overreactions because it's something you're going to see time and time again as we progress through the year. You guys know yesterday when Biden came out with this new corporate tax proposal, we saw the stock market come down across the board. That is what we call a stock market overreaction. And I want you guys to be able to easily identify stock market overreactions so you guys can benefit from these not only in the short term, but in the long term as well. Now, the way to identify a stock market overreaction is, what you've got to ask yourself is, whatever's caused the market to come down, does it have a long-term impact on that individual stock that you're looking at or any of the individual plays in your portfolio? If the answer is no, that right there is what we call a stock market overreaction. Now, I was able to identify that because I've been in the game a long time and I've seen many of these, and I took that opportunity when all the plays came down to load up on plays such as a charge point, for example. And now if you look at charge point today, flying. So that's the way you guys can benefit from these stock market overreactions that you're going to see time and time again as we progress through the year. As I say, it's a way for you guys to benefit not only in the long term, but in the short term as well. So if you've been rocking with the channel, you know what time it is. Now this question comes from one of my patrons, says, thoughts on Tesla pre-earnings, do we wait until after to buy? So let's dive into this one. Now Tesla are coming out with their earnings next week. That's the 26th of April. So right now it's earnings season for the large plays, and Tesla, they're going to be scrutinized like no other play given their market status. Hopefully you guys would already have your position built out fully in Tesla by now because I've been talking about them for a while. But I can understand if you guys didn't have the dry powder on hand to deploy into the market a couple of weeks ago when they were trading in the 500s or the 600s, because now they're well into the 700s. Regardless, Tesla is a play you want to be building your position in as your portfolio size continues to increase, because this is a play that's going to grow not only in the EV side of things, but also in the energy space as well. So this is how I want you guys to play earnings. I'd always jump into a play after earnings announcement during this market volatility, because I've seen plays come out with perfect earnings and that stock price drops. A good example is Lovesac, for example. Now, as I say, Tesla is going to be scrutinized like no other play, so revenues have to come in check, margins, net income, guidance going forward to see an increase in that stock price on the day. So I'm expecting a slight dip in the stock, which might open up a good entry for you guys to grab your positions or load up in Tesla. Now, if the Tesla stock price does increase on the day, then the strategy, the game plan is to wait for the next sell-off, the next pullback in that play post earnings, and that's guaranteed to come. It always does after earnings before making an entry into the play. So around earnings season, it's about these timely entries that I tell you guys. So that wraps things up. Now on your way out, do drop me down some comments and some questions. And if you're new, join the movement by hitting that subscribe. Now as we progress to the weekend, you guys are invited to come and hang out with me. We're going to get prepped and ready to crush next week in these markets. So I'll catch you in the next one.